Man noticed in shock that a tear was trickling from his deceased wife's eye. He should have rushed her to the hospital for rescue, but instead, he insisted on sending her to the crematorium. He did this because he was a reincarnator who had long known his wife was faking her death. In his previous life, she pretended to be dead and took out a loan of $10 million in both their names. Not only did the man lose everything, but he was also beaten until his legs were broken. It took him 3 hard years to repay the debt, but then his brother-in-law suddenly showed up, forcing the man to transfer the house to him. He even deliberately destroyed his wife's memorial tablet. To protect his wife's portrait, the man tearfully signed the transfer agreement. Just then, his wife, who had been dead for 3 years, reappeared before him. Only then did the man realize that this was all a conspiracy between his wife and her first love. Now that the man had no more value to exploit, his wife decided to kill him to silence him. Furious, the man rushed forward to fight them, but his wife kicked him to the ground. Before he could resist, his wife struck him down with a club. Perhaps God pitied the man's suffering, for when he opened his eyes again, he had reincarnated back to 3 years earlier, the day his wife pretended to die. At that moment, her first love, a doctor, was discussing the details of the plan with her. To prevent the man from noticing any flaws, the doctor gave her an anesthetic injection to put her to sleep. After arranging everything, the doctor brought a glass of water to the door and asked the man to drink some to calm down, but the man immediately saw that the water had been drugged. In his previous life, he drank it and fell unconscious. When he woke up again, he found his wife had already been cremated. Thinking of this, the man threw the water directly at the doctor, worried the scheme would be exposed. The doctor offered to help handle the wife's funeral, but to see his wife one last time, the man rushed into the ward without a word and slapped his unconscious wife several times. Pretending to grieve, he scolded her for leaving him behind all alone. However, the woman, under the anesthetic, could only endure in silence. The doctor then handed over the death certificate, and the man finally stopped. With this death certificate, he could legitimately have his wife cremated. He immediately called the crematorium and told them to come pick up the body. Just as the man loaded his wife into the vehicle, his mother-in-law and brother-in-law arrived, having heard the news. As the man bid his final farewell at the crematorium and pushed his wife into the furnace, pressing the incineration button, his mother-in-law and 2 others suddenly burst in.